Pokemon theme again on that shit.
Teach me and I'll teach you Pokemon.
It's taking a while right now. It is taking a second. I don't
I
love
still
it.
don't see it, but
YouTube, like, it can tell because my title's there. Okay, YouTube is there. Okay, Twitch is there. They always do it at the same time, even when it's delayed. I don't love that.
oh, there it is. I always get the YouTube email first.
Yeah.
Gotta catch a ball.
Oh, look at us. I see us
All
on
right.
Twitch. Wow.
Yeah, I think
Hi
we're good.
guys. Let me just throw that.
I'm gonna
out
close
on
all my
here.
other stuff to preserve bandwidth. I have to do that now. We'll wait for the people. We'll wait for the crowds to pour in for a second.
Hi you guys.
I know, one at a time, guys. It's not like an anime expo panel. Okay. Let me change my camera.
Dang, maybe we weren't ready to go live. We're just chilling.
We stay chilling, bro, but hey,
That's true.
I'm ready.
Okay, it's on stories. Everybody's flooding through the gates now.
All right.
There you go.
Okay, Fred in the house,
Aw,
people in the
dude.
I
chat.
see you guys. Hi guys.
All right, we ready to get started?
Let's get it.
Yeah. Let's get it.
Okay. Let me start DOS recording. And I have that here. I have this here. And Consent Bot 2025 will be popping off.
Recording in progress.
All right.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get it, guys. You don't hear my fan? You hear my fan?
A little bit.
Just a little bit.
Is it annoying? I'll turn it off.
Nah.
I mean,
Hey.
we're that kind of
OMG.
podcast. We're authentic, dude.
Ahoy,
It's
you
hot in LA.
guys. We're ready
Alright.
to get started.
Here we go.
Dude, it's another one.
What up, dudes?
What's up?
I'm Victor.
I'm Evelyn.
And I'm Mark.
Welcome to the show. We are to live and talk in LA.
What up, everybody? Dude.
What up?
Uh,
Ahoy! We got two ahoys today on YouTube and Twitch. What's up, you guys?
Oh, ahoy hoy. We're it's a dual piano bar right now. YouTube and Twitch.
They're gonna go back and forth like that scene from
You know.
Family Guy on the two toilets. You know what I mean?
Well, okay. A lot has happened this weekend.
Yes.
But first, before we even go into weekend, how do we feel coming out of the long weekends? What is that like for you guys?
It's a slow start for me, man. I'm just getting in gear now.
Dude, you sound like you're barely waking up, dude.
No. I'm telling you, man. I've been big chilling, dude. Those long weekends affect me.
I forgot. We were talking about 4th of July. I was like, wasn't that so long ago already? And he was like, well, it was just this weekend, so we probably want to talk about it. And I was like, oh yeah, I don't know. Every day is like 500 years to me now.
Victor, are you asleep, dude?
What's
going
wrong?
on?
What? I'm just listening. I'm nodding along, dude.
You look so low energy right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's because I'm drinking this gin and juice by Dre and Snoop, dude. Shit's getting me
Oh,
effed
the
up,
vibes
bro.
are
It's got a
chill.
lowrider. It's working.
Man, pass the Gavarsier, bro.
Yeah.
Like, no, hey,
I'll turn on right now, though. Once I get a little buzz going, I'm gonna light on fire, dude. Just wait.
I like long weekends are nice, and then you just come out of it all weird. I don't know. I think it's better to have the long weekend on a Monday as opposed to a Friday.
Interesting.
I think I'd prefer to be off Monday.
Really?
Yeah, because being off on a Friday is kind of weird. Like I don't know. Like, we were off Friday, 4th of July. We all quote unquote celebrated, but we were off. Like most people were off as a holiday. I'd prefer that to be on a Monday. It'd be easier to come back.
I think this is one of those classic Mark is wrong
Yeah, I was
situations.
thinking the same thing.
Really?
Thank you,
Yeah.
Vic. And I'll actually say I didn't even care a little bit about Independence Day this year. I wasn't really feeling like our country is you know, the picture of independence and the American dream. Maybe it is a certain kind of American's dream, but I honestly was more excited to chill with my two dudes in real life. I haven't seen you guys in a while, I feel like, and I don't know why, but I was ready to go see y'all and have some fun, which I think we did do. I don't know. Maybe that was just me though.
I had fun. Mark?
It was a blast.
Okay, good.
The only thing I didn't really account for was, so we went to Anime Expo. We talked about
did.
what, back in March, February. I feel like we planted the seeds, and then the day
Yeah.
finally came. And in true planning fashion, for me, I didn't know they closed the doors at Anime Expo at 3 p.m. on a Sunday.
Classic.
Dude, can I actually tell you that I think it did go until 6 and that that area that we were in was just closing at 3?
Stop.
Because I saw something later that was like 6 p.m. when I got home on Instagram.
Yeah, I
So
didn't.
But
There-
I
the
think we're wrong.
magazine thing said 3 for the other hall too. That's why we were like, oh well.
I
No?
don't know, man. But there was a bunch of traffic that was going upstairs, so I was all confused.
Maybe that's why the restaurant was so dead after we left, because no one else was leaving. But I feel like people were leaving, right?
I mean, maybe
There was like
oh,
crowds.
what I did see in glancing on the Instagram or the Reddits was there was a closing ceremony with some
Mm.
like Japanese pop star. I'm sure
Oh,
she's Japanese.
cool.
I don't know. So I think that happened. But I had a fun time. I thought Anime Expo was really fun to hang out with the homies. I do want, Evelyn, what are your thoughts? Because I don't think you've ever been to a con or an expo like this, have you?
I had not been to a con or an expo. I guess I've gone to the LA car show, so same venue, but
Okay.
different vibe,
Different
different kinds of
crowd.
crowds.
Yeah.
And then I've also been to what's called Midsummer Scream, which is like a little horror convention, but that was in Long Beach Convention Center.
Mm.
That was similar vibes, I think, to Anime Expo, and I did
Mm.
meet Elvira there, which was cool.
Oh,
Like she
that's
was there
cool.
signing
Damn, she's
shit.
still hot too. She can
Uh,
get it,
Yeah.
bro.
it was crazy.
Mhm.
I saw her, I think it was
She's
like
great.
3 years ago or something. It might have been pre-pandemic. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a while ago. But this was, I think Graphy in the chat is right. Last day is probably kind of slow.
Yeah.
I expected to see more wild costumes, but then later I did see more like coverage of crazier costumes. So I think it was just a consequence of us going on the Sunday, maybe. But I thought
We
it
were
was
off on
chill.
Friday. We should have gone on Friday.
But 4th of July, that's a
Oh,
wild
no,
day to
Saturday was the
go.
day this year, I think.
Yeah, it would have been far. I couldn't go
Thanks, Mark.
Saturday. That's I know it's my fault. My bad. I'll take it the blame for Mark.
You're
But
like,
it was
what?
super cool. I thought it was really interesting. I see some items on Bible that I just kind of want to start hitting. Like what costumes? Let's just go there first. Did
Mhm.
you guys have a favorite? I know immediately which one's my favorite, which I don't even chalk up to anime per se, really. But do you guys have a favorite from what we saw over the weekend?
I'm trying to remember what I feel like the thing is, a lot of them, I'm like, I don't even know this anime that this is
Mm.
from.
Mhm.
I don't know. I thought that. Remember that? This is gonna sound weird, and it sounded weird when I said it the first time too. Remember that little girl that was dressed up
Yeah.
like
You said the girl from the
Diary of Young.
apothecary.
Yeah,
Diaries? Yeah.
Apothecary Diaries. Yeah. Hers was pretty good. I immediately recognized her. I thought that was
I
pretty cool.
don't think that's wrong.
Okay.
It's totally fine for you to say that. Just don't
Okay.
say it in a weird way.
Okay.
We can appreciate her cosplay even if she was a
She was
kid.
she was a kid, but her outfit was great. And the other, cosplayers, I think, were just coming in a little light on Sunday. I don't know. You
The
guys?
one that stood out to me was actually like towards the end when we were getting ready to head out, which again, it wasn't anime, but I was just like, you willing to walk around? Actually, I have two. Okay. This guy willing to walk around is, I think you guys said the name. He has this big triangle head and he's part of like
Pyramid
Silent
Head.
Hill.
Yeah.
Pyramid Head. This guy, you guys had this giant pyramid on his head that he was holding up with his hand the entire time because he had no system to hold it up. So
He
I
was pretty
imagine
jacked. He
he was jacked,
right
yeah.
on. Yeah, the character.
And
I
like
feel like he had
hours just walking around carrying that and shirt girl that was shirtless and had her like boobs taped back with like a nude tape.
I did
And
see
she
that.
was one of the characters from Demon Slayer, the guy with the pig head. She
Oh,
crushed
that's
that.
who that was.
Yeah, she had the pig
Oh,
head and she
yeah.
had these like the same kind of fluffy short pants things, but she absolutely crushed that. Like everybody was looking at her
Yeah.
because she looked like the thing and
Yeah.
the way that she like, taped her boobs, which is a hard thing to do. There are lots of body parts floating around at an anime expo, you guys. Anticipated, however, but she did a really, I think, tasteful job of being a shirtless chick as the Demon Slayer character. She crushed
I
that.
think you're right. That one was better than the one that I remembered. You're right.
What were you gonna say?
Me or Mark?
Yeah.
No, the
You.
kid. I already said, but
Oh,
that
the
one's
kid.
way
That's right.
better
That's
than
right.
the
The kid.
kid for
For
sure.
sure.
The boob chick was
See,
great.
Yeah. I mean, kid
I'm
was cool too.
Yeah, man, whatever. That's fine.
I'm not dialed in on anime, so like Victor said, I saw a lot of cool costumes. I was like, these mean nothing to me other than the fact they look cool. There was that one dude who was just in his tidy whities.
Oh
You
yeah.
remember
Yeah, and he had a wig, I
Yeah.
think.
He
He's a
had
specific character, I know it.
yeah, that or he's a sexual pervert. It's one of the two, or the anime is about sexual perverts.
Either
but
way, they were like, "Get in here,
Both
brother.
possible.
This
Yeah.
is your home."
Yeah, this was
He-
his camping ground.
which walking around in tidy whities, like I don't know
Couldn't do
what
it.
the logistics are. Like, is he small or is he taping down, or because I didn't see a bulge either.
Were they
He's-
straight up
He's-
just a single pair of tidy whities? He didn't have like a.
He might have had I mean, he could have had a second pair. I don't know. Like I
It
trying
was,
to do
but it looked kind of like, if I'm thinking of the same guy, it's kind of like when you imagine a Ken doll with tidy whities. Like it's just like really structured in that area.
That's
Like
how
it
I'm
didn't
imagining
look
it,
like
too.
it's just the natural bulge. I think it's probably a costume hack trick or something that they insert in there. But
I'm thinking of me walking around just in boxer briefs. It would
Yeah.
be so bad. Walking
I
around in
mean,
a con for hours. That was terrible.
there were lots of ladies that, I mean, if
Oh, that was
you
fun.
are about body
Mm-hmm.
positivity and like just, I appreciate these women just letting it all out there because I
There's a
would be
handful
so
of cookies.
self-conscious, you guys.
Wait, I just remembered another one. There was one. If you guys remember, I said she was like it was like a glass of water, dude. Right when we were going up the escalators. Do you remember that one?
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah,
leg there.
it's
That one was
impressive.
good,
There are
too.
some shout out to the ladies at Anime Expo
Yeah.
and the gents actually, because we saw some really crazy outfits and physiques. Mark, did you have a
There's some
different
guys.
one? Anything else?
I did appreciate the Ken that we saw on the way out because he had the giant Hadouken.
I
as he
missed
was
him.
actually in
What?
He was. We were leaving. There was like a giant Dragonite in the area too, and he was kind of just bouncing around.
I saw the Dragonite.
But then there was
That's
a
another
Ken,
cool one.
and he was posing with the Hadouken for a while. So
Dang.
I thought that was pretty cool. The I did like I like the fact we're like we need a picture with somebody. We need
Yeah.
and like it was the bottom of the barrel in terms of like there's not a lot of cool people walking by like to get a picture. So as far as I'm concerned, the girls that we took a picture with, which we'll post, I thought they were from Rush Hour. I was like, okay, like
Oh my gosh, I can see that. Yeah.
it's like they're probably the girls from Rush Hour. They're really sweet, but and Victor picked up on this too, and I thought it was the fucking most. It's not very often you watch someone die in front of you.
So bad.
Oh my
oh.
gosh. And it happened twice that day. I
My
see the
God, dude.
Evelyn crying one in here, but
Like the fact. Okay, so to set the stage,
yeah.
we were polite in waiting to take pictures because we saw the big sign and it says cosplay is not consent. We took that to heart. The HR Bible that we read as we walked in, and we said, okay, we're going to ask for a picture. And the most logical thing to do was to have Evelyn ask because she's a girl, and girl bosses support girl
crushed it.
bosses.
That's
And-
right. They were two
Shit.
fabulous looking ladies, and I slid right in.
For anybody that
And-
watches anime, they were dressed as your forager. Your forager. Anyways, continue.
So we were behind this one guy, and he was taking pictures on his SLR or DSLR or whatever camera it was, and he was like, and I can hear him because he keeps talking to them. I'm like, yo, Evelyn is like queued up, ready to go. Maybe she asked, I don't know, but this guy was like, are you sure? Are you sure? And then what he was asking for was he was asking for her Instagram handle so we could tag her.
He asked
And
both
she
of
kept-
them.
And she said no. So then he went over 1 foot to the other girl who also denied him too. And it's like, bro, like
Get out of there, dude.
Uh,
What are you doing?
it was so odd to like watch. I was like, you know, I can see why people would say like, "Hey, I want to tag you because this is your cool cosplay," but like it didn't come across that way. It came across like, "Yo, like you're kind of
Yeah.
cute, girl. Like let's get it."
They did
And
not
Yeah,
want it,
you know
dude.
he was
they
trying
didn't
to
want
slide
it.
into
They,
DMs. They've been here before. The
yeah.
ladies know. They can sniff it from a mile away.
Maybe if it was Pyramid
Yeah.
Head, they would have been like, okay,
Oh
but that
yeah, they
guy,
would have
nah.
been like, dude, can we put you on our Instagram?
Yeah,
You know
that guy
what
was
I
just
mean?
some random guy,
Yeah, not
random
impressive
nerd.
at
Yeah,
all.
good.
I
I
also
thought,
saw a question in the chat if I got pin or sticker crazy.
Hmm.
I did not. I have furniture covered in stickers, but we can talk about the artist alley for a moment. I literally just felt at some point like they're all just so many stickers. How do I pick the right sticker? I don't
Yeah.
want to pick the wrong sticker, and they're all priced differently. And there's so many cats and not so many animes that I know. So I ended up, the only thing I bought was a cookie, which was fabulous. It was a churro Nutella cookie. It was delicious. I gave the
I forgot
boys a
about that.
bite. They agreed. But no, I didn't go crazy. Not this Anime Expo at
I
least.
bought 2 stickers.
What'd you get? Yeah, that's right.
Strangely enough, 2 stickers of cats. They were just cats that looked like my cat. I was like, I don't know, because I think when we went into the artist alley, keep in mind, everybody, this is like aisles that are like, I
Yeah.
don't know, like
It's like a swap
it's
meet.
fucking huge. It's like a swap meet size, and they're all in aisles, and every aisle has like 300 vendors or something all stacked
Mhm.
next to each other. And it's as we went in, I remember I was talking to Worldwide Handsome, and I'm like,
Yeah.
which one's gonna be the one? What are you gonna get? He's like, I don't know. And I said, maybe we're just gonna see the one. We'll know it when we see it. But I think for all of us, we just got burned out after like 2 aisles, and we were desensitized. It was
It
it was
was like
like
there's so many. Everything
I wasn't
has
even
a
seeing
sticker, a
anymore.
pin, or a print of some kind.
Yeah.
And then you just go, oh no. However, we did see some great looking animated girlies eating
Yeah.
food, which I don't know why those two stuck out to me so much,
It
but
was
those were
great.
awesome. You'll see some of this content. We'll
yeah.
share our experience with you guys on the gram. But that's what I mean, yeah, that's where I went.
Yeah, okay,
I'm looking at it now.
Artist Alley is it's so massive and spread out that it does itself a disservice because it should be like a giant fucking circle or something. Because when you're walking down these giant Costco aisles of people, like
hmm
I don't know what I'm looking for. Like maybe you have to be dialed into the anime community because like I was just browsing and then everything. This might sound racially insensitive. Everything just starts to blend in together, and
Yeah.
I don't know the difference anymore. And like and you know it's a great opportunity for the artist to chop shop and like and talk to people, but like it's just so like you get tired of walking. It smells like shit. It's hot. It feels like you're kind of like. It felt like I was in a mall in the Philippines, like with how warm it
It was like a
was.
bazaar, dude.
Yeah, and it was just like,
I'm glad you went with the warm. Let's set the
yeah,
scene again.
oh
Let's take a
god,
different angle of where
yeah.
we were
Mhm.
at some point in Anime Expo. I'm bringing you guys with us. You're the fourth, right? You're our
Come with
unofficial
us.
fourth. Come with us down what I see here listed as Nerd Refugee Alley. Not I did not write that in the Bible, but
Oh my
picture
god.
us going down an escalator and we see this gal in the escalator next to us with this fabulous outfit and the most gorgeous natural booty I've seen in a while. Or what did we say? Glass of water? Is that the analogy you went with?
Yeah, that thing.
Um,
It was like
we go
so liquid.
down.
It was great
Yeah, gelatinous a little bit. It was
in a good
fabulous.
way. Yeah. No, it
Yeah.
was fine.
Vic's leading the charge down this escalator. He's made it. We got stuck in that crowd of people, the sea of folks in weird outfits and too many openly exposed body parts. And Vic takes a little bit of a left because everybody's going kind of to the left. Mark leads. We all take the left. And part of me was like, where are we going, right? And then it's just like this tunnel of BO. And like, if you can imagine the people that are on like day 4 of Anime Expo, they're sick. We were sick after like 2
Yeah.
hours. They
Yeah.
were sick after 4 days, and they're just lining this wall. Like when you spray ant spray, but like that Zevo non-raid version, so there's still kind of like moving a little bit. That's what was going on in that tunnel. What was your guys' experience walking through that?
I feel like it was. I told Mark I feel like I'm like a FEMA like rescue area after some type of catastrophe, because it's like you're walking down this long hall and everybody, they're just like sprawled out along the wall,
Hmm.
just like some of them laying down, some of them they're playing cards, they're just like wasting time. It felt like they lost
And
their
all you hear is,
homes.
oh
Oh my God. And then
what
I
is
felt so
happening?
bad because I was just walking through, and everybody that I would walk through, I would just look down at them, just keep walking, and I'm looking at
Literally
them,
scoffing as you
taking them all in, trying to be not be mean or judgy, but just I don't know what my face does sometimes. And there was this guy talking, wearing a pink shirt, sitting on the floor cross-legged, just the most dweebiest freaking nerd. Yeah. And his voice was so annoying. And I was just looking at him and I just
To
started
be clear, this
laughing.
was in English. I see in the chat that that was racist. To be clear, no, this is me
Some
mimicking the
white nerd.
tones of this voice.
Yeah.
It was just some little white kid going. I could not tell you what he was talking about, because the like tone of that voice was insane.
I
He
walked
was like,
past that kid and I just
yeah.
started laughing after like 3 seconds. And Mark looked at me. He's like, "You're just laughing at them." Like, yeah,
But
I
like, and
can't
we're
fucking
all
help it.
trying not to talk about it because they're literally like
Yeah.
2 feet away from you, and we're all just like,
And
get
there's a
through,
hundred
get through,
more.
get through.
Yeah.
This feels like the longest tunnel of your life, right? And then you finally get to the end, and we go to turn in, but I noticed that there's like a full escalator right by this set of stairs, and I was like, it feels like this looks a lot like the escalator we came down on way on the other side of this tunnel.
Hmm.
Whatever. I kind of just like chalk it away. I move on, and we proceed to destroy our brain cells in this artist alley. By the time we get to the other end, we're leaving. We've had like a singular beer. We've sat on the floor. We've become one with these nerds in the refugee alley. We come out of the other side. So we've walked the complete entire gigantic swap meet. And then I'm like, this looks strangely familiar. And it turns out this was the original place we entered down the escalator. We could have just entered through these doors and not even gone down what we're titling Nerd Refugee Alley. So I smelled all of that unnecessarily. And Worldwide Handsome was skeptical because we gave him the heads up, right? We talked about it. This is a thing at Anime Expo, we know. And he was like, it's not even that bad. Wow, it's surprisingly cool in here because they did have pretty good AC. But yeah, then
The
then the
when you
alley.
walked into the venue in LA Convention Center, it felt clean, it felt crisp, you could
Yeah.
feel the AC, and I'm like,
Yeah.
So
this is
good.
nice. This is nice.
Yeah.
Then we go down to Artist Alley, which they're like, artists like go down low. Like
Hmm.
we know where your people are. Go down
It was
low,
the
and like,
underbelly of the convention.
and when you take the escalator down, you could feel the cool air just slowly go up, and then you
Yep.
just you kind of slowly dip into the hot air, and then when
The
you're
smell changes. Like when you
It was
walk
like
into your
breath. It
grandma's
wasn't air
house,
anymore.
like
Yeah.
there's just something in the air that's different. Tunnel stank, I see in the chat.
we walked in like seeing the alley is seeing Nerd Refugee Alley is kind of like a fever dream because like Victor said, it seems like there is some kind of catastrophe,
Yeah.
but everyone's in costume too. So it's not like
Like
they're
Sailor Moon's on the left,
just
Dragon Ball Z on the right.
right. It's not like some dude in board shorts and like some and some white t-shirt. It's like, no, we have Dun Da Dun or whatever like the characters, and you have Vash Stampede, and you have some like really weird nerd sitting down there on the other end, and you're like, what is going on, dude? And
Yeah.
Victor has the worst poker face.
Yeah.
Victor,
And you two together, I'm literally just like, me and Worldwide Handsome are just like, don't look at him. Don't look at him.
I felt so bad. I was treating them like shitty NPCs. I was just
Dude.
looking by. Like,
And then at the end of the day, we didn't even have to go through that. It was
it
just,
was totally worth it, dude. It was the
Yeah.
best.
I think
That's
we had to go
iconic.
through it
I
because
think
like
it was the best
the-
part.
Anime Expo BO is just, you have to.
also, Worldwide Handsome is built different because it's Sunday, it's July, it's high noon at like 89 degrees, and that was the cool point. dude's in a hoodie, and I was like,
Yeah.
I'm dying, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I would not. I told you guys too. I told him before we left. I was like, it's usually pretty hot in there. Are you sure? He's like, nah, I'll be good. And I guess he was,
Was
which
he
is
wearing a shirt
wild.
under there?
Yeah, it was
For sure?
double
Really? Are
layered.
you
There
sure?
was a shirt. Yes, I asked. Yes, because I
Wow,
was like,
because
do
he
you
didn't
have a
even
shirt under there
flinch.
in case you need to take it off? And he was like, yeah, but I won't.
He didn't even
And I
take it
was like, yeah,
off.
whatever. No, no, not even a
That's
little bit.
crazy,
He's
actually.
totally fine. Yeah.
He is different.
He-
He's either the future or something is wrong with him. I don't know, but that's something's going on there.
He's built different.
Yeah.
I sweat in 68 degrees.
Yeah.
So like, if you were to put in like just a thicker shirt of what I was wearing then, I was like, I was drenched already.
Mark's funny. We were in the con for like hours, so nice and cool walking around. We walk out of the con, we get to like the stoplight. I look at Mark, he's like, he's waving his head.
The
Poor
only reason
fucking
you
guy,
didn't see
dude.
the sweat on my forehead was because it was straight sunburnt. The sweat was not coming out. Like that skin is
Yeah.
literally peeling off my forehead today. So that's why you didn't see it off me. But I
Did
came
you get
prepared.
sunburned?
Yeah, but
You
from
did?
like the fourth,
Oh.
yeah, I had this.
Oh, yeah, because you
And
look
then
a
we
little
walked
red,
in
but
the
I thought
sun
you were
for like
good.
2 minutes,
Mm.
and that was with makeup on. But I thought that was fun. I also really enjoyed, since we're just talking trash about people, that's what we do on this pod. I enjoyed crushing that kid when we were playing Beyblades. I don't know if you guys know what Beyblades are, but it's like this generation's version of a spinning top, and I think there's also an animated television series. But
Beyblades are cool. I used
they
to
are
play with
very cool.
Beyblades. They're great.
Yeah, very, very cool. So we pulled those guys out and gave it a little spinneroo, and some kid came up to us and wanted to play with us. And how could we say no? And then he was like, I have like 2 years of experience. And how old is this kid? How old are you clocking him?
It was like
10?
10. Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere around 10. And he's like, I have 2 years of experience. And I'm like, dude, this is my first day playing babies. He's
You're
like,
a fucking
well, I'm
kid,
gonna.
dude.
He's like,
That's what I
you
was-
better be careful, you know? And I'm like, all right, let's see, my man. And then we go to pull it, and he like doesn't even get it in the ring.
What a
And then
loser.
he gets it in, but he like keeps losing. I think he ends up finally beating us all on accident when like 2 of the 4 tops broke. But yeah, I really enjoyed showing him my newbie skills.
That
How'd
kid was
you
a
guys?
punk, dude. That kid was a punk because he lost and lost, and as soon as he won, he got up to leave. I'm like,
It's like,
fuck
okay,
you,
bye.
rematch,
Next
dude.
group.
Run it back, dude. All right. I see you, kid.
The Beyblades are fun. I like
Beyblades
that.
were very fun.
Yeah, he came in with it. I'm jealous of kids because I have social anxiety when it's like, hey, can I like when I was trying to play basketball, I was like, do you mind if I can play next? Like this kid just came in with that kid energy, like I'm ready to go.
He just sat
started.
down. Yeah.
He just sat down, put
Yep.
that shit through his Beyblade, that little pulley thing, and he's like, I'm playing. He didn't say, can I play? He's like, I'm playing. He let his presence be known.
Wow, I don't even remember that. I was
I
like,
was
yeah,
like,
come
okay.
through, you little bitch.
Yeah,
No, I'm just kidding.
Go ahead.
Yeah, like he probably like maybe he did ask, but he just it wasn't even a question. Like even if he asked a question, he knew he was going to play. He just came in and did it. Then he got bodied.
Yeah, Evelyn took
Yeah.
that personally.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I always smile, and you know, the devil wears Prada, so I destroyed him. And I really enjoyed that, and I had to make sure I put that. I was looking at Bible, and I was like, how did you guys not put Beyblades on here? Yeah, I needed to crush a child at an anime expo.
We could
so.
like run Beyblades as adults. Is that weird? We could like go to the park and just shoot some Beyblades, you guys. What do you think?
You know how like older folks used to play chess in the park?
Yeah,
Maybe
fine.
that's our generation's
play
version of
Beyblades.
chess. Yeah, we just Beyblade in
We
the
can get a
park.
cool arena too.
Yeah, Mark needs some practice. Let's be real.
I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
I'm-
look it up on the side.
Beyblade
I'm
is
just
up,
gonna
dude.
write it down really quick and just let's just see.
What was the catchphrase for your Beyblade? Let it rip.
I believe it's Let It Rip.
I think it was Let It Rip, and the kid was saying something else, and I was like, I don't even know what you're talking about, dude. You
That
do you
kid
even
doesn't
watch
know
Beyblades?
anything, dude. Yeah, it's the most iconic Beyblade catchphrase is "Let it rip." I also
Let
looked it
it
up, just saying we can get a Beyblade arena and 2 Beyblades for $40, dude.
Ooh,
40
we
bucks
could
on
do a
Amazon.
Beyblade tourney,
You can
dude.
pull that
I'll
shit
take,
right now, dude.
I'll take y'all out,
Mm.
and any children, come through.
Yeah, to live and talk in LA show. We'll have a Beyblade tournament.
That would be sick. People don't
That
think
was
they want to play,
amazing.
and then they do. Just wait.
So just for the record, like if you don't know what Beyblade is, it's like it's a spinner top, and you put it's spinners like a dreidel, but like cool dreidels, like in
Like
terms of like
spikes on it and shit.
yeah spikes on them,
Yeah,
and
like
then
Transformer style tops.
Transformer meets dreidel, the Jewish Transformer. It's a dreidel,
Yeah.
and then
But it's
like
like a zip tie
mhm.
mechanism.
It's like
And
a
you
Like
pull
you
the
push
zip.
shove it
like
in
rip
there.
the string out and it goes fast, dude. That's what you want.
So now the question is there any skill in this game? Like quite honestly.
Oh, for sure, dude.
Yes, 100%.
What's the strategy here? If me, you, and Evelyn are throwing down in a Beyblade arena, we buy it for $40, and we're doing this. What is the strategy here? How do you even like? What is it? Buying like the cool Beyblade? Is it the way that you
Number
position
one,
it? What is it?
you get to know your Beyblades in the same way you got to know your marbles. You're probably a marbles guy. They have
Yeah, you're
personality.
old.
Each one doesn't perform the same. Like what was the one you were playing, Vic, that was totally crushing it?
Oh, I just
The
made up a
purple
name. I call
one?
them Dark Knight.
Dark Knight. Okay. Oh, I thought that was a legit name because
Oh
they do
no,
give they give them names,
they
you know?
probably do. Yeah.
But there are certain ones that perform better than others, so you prioritize those. And there is like which side is better? How did you click it? How are you aiming it? And
Mhm.
how does this other person usually perform? There's strategy, dude. There's totally
Yeah,
strategy.
your
there.
question is so like disrespectful to Beyblade, dude. To say, is there any skill in it? It's like asking a fucking pitcher,
You know
hey,
what?
is there any skill in throwing the ball? You just like throw the ball. Like, yeah, fuck yeah, there is. Anything can be taken to the like, maximum degree, dude.
He doesn't
Pogs,
understand it,
dice,
Vic.
I
He
don't.
what
doesn't
have you.
understand.
Yeah, that's
He's not one
just
of us. I'm converted after
Mhm.
one crushing that kid.
there's like professional pogo fucking athletes and stuff. Pogo stick, you know what I mean? Or like whatever, right? There's some dude is good at everything. So there's
I see
definitely
Pogs
skill.
in the chat. Pogs
Pogs.
was
I was gonna say
Pogs
I
is
wasn't a
Pogs.
marbles
yeah.
guy. I was a Pogs guy.
Pogs
Yeah,
is
Pogs is cool. I'll give it
Pogs
to
was
you
actually
guys.
is Pogs is a form of gambling, is it not? Because you'd play for keeps,
I
right?
just I just like
Yeah,
the
I guess so.
pictures. I
Yeah.
guess it is some it's no, it's not. It's trading. Barter and trade.
I mean,
It's not trading if
you're
you
not
don't get anything back
you're
because you
taking it.
lose.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
'Cause And
I
then
gotta take that up with
I never
management.
played Pogs. You just like throw them at each other, right? You try to flip it.
you
Is
would
that what it is?
you would wager your Pogs and you would put them face down. So if Evelyn was playing against you, Victor, she'd say 2 Pogs. She'd put her Pogs face down. You put your Pogs on top of that, and then you'd have the slammer. The slammer was the one that was like heavy,
Slammer.
and then you would. It's like it. Why am I explaining Pogs because I feel like people don't understand it because they're young now, right?
I didn't ever play
And
Pogs.
Yeah, it's like in Squid Game, Dakchi,
Yeah.
like where they flip the thing. That's kind of like what the slammer is, except you're doing it with multiple Pogs.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
in Pogs, you don't get slapped by a Korean guy and you get invited to the Squid Game. That's the difference between Pogs and Dakchi.
Don't you damage
I
the
think
Pogs when you throw the slammer at them though, like old time?
If you
uh,
have good Pogs, then
they have a
no.
natural like wear to them, but I
Mm.
never had that experience. I just didn't. Maybe I did it in the like typical girl way or something, but I never played the game. We would just like swap them, like, oh, I like this one because it has this picture on it, and like this thing. Like I see somebody said they had McDonald's and Carl's Jr. Pogs. Like I would love the ones that had like little characters on them. So I would just like keep them and trade them with people. So I did
Mhm.
something different, maybe.
Okay.
What-
Okay, okay.
Also, like, can we talk about Evelyn and Victor completely like dying? Because like there's 2 things that we want to get to before we move on to the
Oh.
anime else. But Anime
Yeah.
Expo, we're in the hentai section. I think
Yeah.
like this is what
18
you
plus.
what you
Carded,
wait-
baby.
like people who are listening to our podcast to live and talk in LA, which you can find on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or however your podcasts, are thinking about what about the hentai section. Well, we went.
We did.
And
It was cool.
first off, thoughts? Like, what was your thoughts on the hentai section?
Let me start with the line was alarming. Because I looked around and there were only sweaty men in sight.
Mm-hmm.
I felt
And
bad
then
being
I
in that
looked
line.
down And not only were there only sweaty men in sight, but there was a small infant's single sock on the ground
Yeah.
as we were waiting in the 18
Mhm.
plus line where it's
Mhm.
like pull out your ID. Thank God there were women inside. Okay, it wasn't just a full
Yeah,
sausage
but they
fest
work
by the
there. It
time
doesn't
you
really
entered.
count.
But yeah, then they also have them being like, and they're all booby and like doing their thing. And I'm like, I saw a lot of vagines.
Mhm.
I saw a lot of really exaggeratedly large breasts. I
Really?
Mhm.
somehow
They weren't
found the
that big.
hentai section almost more engaging than the rest of the expo. Maybe it's just because it was smaller, easier to digest. I don't
See?
know.
I
Why?
liked
Yeah.
it.
Is that what it is?
It's easier to maneuver around. Like, because if I want to get from, like, if Victor's one artist in the artist alley and then Evelyn's the other one, but you're on different ends, you're like, fuck, man, I have to fight my way to get to you. But in a hentai alley, it's all consolidated. It's easy to get around.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's
it
very
was
well
a
thought
quick
out.
I
trip.
think we
Like we
liked
did
all the
it really
products
quickly.
too. It wasn't as boring after, you know.
Hmm.
It did get
Yeah.
did get kind of blind to it after a while, but it was fun the whole way through.
Also, like, here's my thought about hentai drawings. Like, when you're looking at like a starfish, like a woman's starfish, or like some dude's like veiny, uh, girth
Which there
grunts.
was both
There was
representation. There
representation.
was less
Yeah.
Mhm.
significantly, but there were both.
Representation matters. Is it just me, or are those drawings more detailed than real life? Because
Oh
like,
yeah.
yeah, like this dude was like hanging brain, and it's just super veiny and super defined,
Yeah, it's
They
and I'm
not
looked
like,
away,
real.
you guys. They were like, "Oh," and I was like, "No, like that's
nah.
representation."
I was like Mr. Magoo, like leaning up on, like, like,
He was like, "Hmm?"
yeah. I was like, I can't see, so like, and I'm like counting all those, seeing if I get their lines or pixels. I'm like, it's just so detailed, and like when you see like the back door, and it's just, I I don't know if I need that much detail if I'm watching hentai. Like, oh, save yourself a couple, like, man, like, save yourself a couple hours. I don't know if we need that length of detail, because that's more detailed in real life.
Honestly, I think what I'm remembering now is that I almost bought stickers in there, but it wasn't even the hentai ones because one of the booths just had really good like Pokemon stickers and a bunch of other stuff on top of,
Yeah.
their hentai style stickers. But I was in there like, are you serious? Is the one thing I'm gonna purchase in here? No. But
That's
right after that, let's get to the like hilarious embarrassment that Victor and I experienced.
really, really quickly in the chat. Graffy asked if it's like a Snickers. I'm like, nah, it's just got Three Musketeers, because that shit is more lined and defined.
Three
They-
Musketeers, I'm trying to picture what it looks like.
Dude, Google Three Musketeers right now, and you can see the
It's got a little
lines of the
wave.
veiny cock that we saw. Like, just, it's like if they were to draw a black dude, it'd be a Three Musketeers.
I looked it up and it was literally like the three
The Three Musketeers, like pathos.
okay. This
Alright.
is more structured. I would say yes to the Snickers comment. I would say yes. But
But
we went through the entire lot that was the hentai section. We saw some cool clothes too, nice t-shirts and stuff like that. Then we're like, there's one last wing, and at this point we've already gone through everything else. This was kind of like one of the last things we did before the afternoon started winding down. And Vic and I both see a display, and we're like, all right, we won't do the full last wing, but let's look
Let's
at
just take
this
a look. Something drew me
display.
to it.
Yeah, it looked like when you have like those sheets of just Pokemon cards, or like if you
Yeah.
go to Disneyland when they just have those like sheets of those things like tucked away. And you're like,
I
whoa,
like
there's a
I
lot of
like trading
stuff.
cards. So I was like, ooh,
Yeah,
good
it
stuff.
felt very Pokemon card moment, like, but it's this huge display. None of the other displays had them laid out like this. So, and they're like holographic and stuff, and they're all hentai. But Vic and I just like moths to a flame. We're like, oh, this looks cool. What is it,
We were
right?
totally in sync. Just like
And we're walking to
zooming
this
over.
booth in the corner, and this all of a sudden the display starts moving, and most of us are like moving with it. And we realized that it was actually some fucking guy
It was,
wearing a
it was a
coat
man.
of displayed hentai like trading cards. And so he just leaves, and Vic and I both look at each other, and the guy that's actually at the booth is just looking at us like, "Are you guys gonna come to my booth?" And we both do the awkward, "Oh my God, we just realized what happened," and try to leave. I'm trying not to crack up
Like at
as
the exact same time. It was perfectly in sync. I'm like, and we look.
it
Oh
was
my gosh.
unspoken. Like we spoke telepathically. We were both
Yeah.
like, "Oh shit, that was a real person. Oh fuck, this guy's looking at us like, oh shit, what if we just go this
We
way?"
gotta go.
He exited the entire 18 plus section so fucking fast. And then I proceeded to crack up because I've never had just a mutually embarrassing moment happen so
Yeah.
quickly in such a strange place. And I was laughing like Mark was laughing about the New Jersey
The guy
story. Go
shitting
watch the
on.
reel on the gram. But yeah, I was crying. I couldn't stop myself. It was so embarrassing.
I thought it was just pretty fucking funny. We're so stupid, dude. The both of us. It's just we both fell for it through and through, right next to each
That's why
other.
it's embarrassing. It's like, oh my
Yeah.
God, how stupid.
It's like
Both of
we're
us.
idiots.
Both of us.
Dude, when I saw the tears rolling down Evelyn's face, I was like, damn, that shit hit
That was
differently.
a good one.
It was so funny because the guy also realized at the same time as us, but he didn't say anything, and then he just smiled. And Vic and I were like, we gotta get the fuck out of here.
Like,
That was pretty funny.
that was
Yeah.
so good. I love that. The one thing that I just remembered right now too is every year in Anime Expo, it's in the subreddits. It's a yearly annual reminder for everyone to shower, put deodorant on. It's like this is your reminder, and it goes all over everyone's heads. I think we need to have another addition or addendum to this
Mm.
PSA, which is watch where you're walking and be mindful of it too, because 20 times, like this happens multiple times in an hour, is someone will just walk right through you, and it's like Ghost, like Whoopi Goldberg, Patrick Swayze Ghost, where they don't acknowledge that you're there, and they'll walk and they'll hit you. And the grossest part about it is a lot of times it's someone's gut and belly that hits you, and elbow,
And
and I'm like,
exposed
and
and a
I'm like,
little damp.
yeah, and like my arm shoots up, and I'm like, dude, and they don't even look back. They don't say excuse me. There's no excuse me before. There's no I'm sorry
No
after.
fucks given.
It's just they power through and they try to walk through you, and I feel someone's gut on my elbow every 5 minutes. It's super annoying. And then, what did we learn from COVID? Like honestly, did we learn anything from COVID? Which is how to contain your cough, because I'll watch people walking through the convention center like, oh, oh, and they're looking around coughing, and I'm like, dude, are you
I
kidding
think
me?
we were there for like 20 minutes, and you're like, I swear, like 3 people have already coughed on
Yeah.
me.
Like,
I was like,
no,
do.
no wonder like people walk out of convention centers like, I got COVID, because these like it pisses me off. No attempt to like cover your mouth or anything.
Nothing.
You might as well have them handcuffed while they're coughing, because their hands are down low, and they're oh and they're not looking down. They're practically looking up to give it an arc to like get the
Yeah.
germs up and more airborne, and let it sprinkle down on us like the fucking cordyceps in season 2 of Last of Us. It's oh
There was no
And I'm
concern
like,
for
dude,
direction. Yeah, it's
fuck
true.
you, man. That's what pisses me off. I don't like that at all. I will embrace the nerd culture and like and kind of sympathize with nerd refugee alley. I'm not sympathizing with the fact that you have no fucking concept of covering your mouth when you cough.
Yeah. The only people that are excused due to personal space reasons are like that girl that was the full cat with the cat eyes covering her. Like the people that can't see, like they probably are gonna bump into you. They get a free pass.
Yes.
But the
Mm.
people that are like ground level, sweating more than you are and clearly miss that Reddit thread, like they are not in my good graces. Although I will say it happened to me significantly less than yourself. I can't recall getting coughed on several times, but to each their own.
And they always look like this too. And I have my hair for the podcast. Their hair's over their eyes like this and weird fat. Like they're like, and they bump your with your belly, and then they have this look on their face too. they, they,
That's
they
like a
don't.
third of the people at
Yeah,
Comic Con, I think.
they just have this dead stare, like, and they keep walking, and I'm like, are you kidding me, dude?
Yeah, they're greasy. It's true.
Yeah. Oh my God. When I saw that, I was like, it's exactly right. Greasy. Yeah.
Greasy.
Yeah, but I cried. It was a great time. I had a fabulous first anime expo courtesy of To Live and Talking Away. Thanks,
I
guys.
think it was great.
I had a good time. It makes me excited for horror nights.
That would be super fun.
Yeah, we'll
We
get
should do
there.
that.
It's coming soon.
It's coming, dude. Like, stock up. We're gonna make it a thing.
I want to bring you know who. She gets scared of everything. That's gonna be a good time. I just laugh.
Oh
I
yeah,
have a good time.
I jump scare very easily, so we'll
I
have
kind
a
of do
great
too,
time.
but then I laugh. I don't get scared. I get, you got me, dude. That's what I tell him. You fucking got me. Oh, and I say
What
that a
happens
lot.
when I go is like it gets me, and because it gets me, it gets you. Like it might not have gotten you, but you'll jump because I did.
Yeah.
That's usually what happens.
She's afraid of everything. It's gonna be a blast.
Oh, that's gonna be great.
Yeah.
All right, okay, you know.
All right, but again, now that we're Anime Expo, we have to have the geisha laugh. They scare us like, oh my god, hee hee.
Dude, do you know what I just found out? I don't know. Are you guys John Williams fans?
The music dude
Which
that
one?
makes Star Wars, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's the guy that did the music for Star Wars, E.T., Indiana Jones, basically everything under the sun. I recently he found out he also did the soundtrack for Memoirs of a Geisha, which I had zero idea. I don't know if you guys are a fan of this movie.
What's that?
It's a docu-drama series or movie type deal, but it's fictional, but it's based on like geishas and their life, and you see kind of the things behind the screen that happen.
Interesting.
But it's really cool. It's really cool. I didn't know that it was him, but shout out to John Williams
Yeah,
and the
there's your fun
geishas.
fact of the day.
Well, 4th of July, and I think it's in the notes too, but the only thing I really will ever fuck with in 4th of July, because even before 2025 and all the whole thing with ice raids and not being a great place to be, I will always fuck with Joey Chestnut.
Who's that?
Joey Chestnut is the hot dog eating guy. The
Oh,
contest.
yeah, I know who
And
this is.
he every year he's been winning, and then I think last year was the one that he didn't compete because he was on Netflix or something, and the was it Coney Island dogs, or for Nathan's hot dogs, like, we don't like that, so you cannot participate. So it broke his streak of winning all these years,
Oh wow.
and he came back this year and won. That's the only
Did
thing
you
at
see that
4th of
video I
July.
sent? Was that the
No.
recent one? The dude's a beast.
Which one?
I sent it in our Discord, dude.
Oh, you did, yeah.
He's a monster.
Well, I appreciate a hot dog eating contest. The one thing that grosses me out though of the hot dog eating contest is when they dip the shit in water. Like
They
that.
gotta get it down,
Ugh.
dude.
Oh my god! Like beer pong, like the idea of the ball going into the water and then going to the beer doesn't freak me. It gross me out. It's hot dog water and just being dipped in it and it just sitting there. That grosses me out.
It's not hot dog water. It's just water.
But it becomes
But
hot
it
dog
bec-
water.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely does.
It eventually
That's
becomes hot
disgusting.
dog water. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's honestly disgusting.
Sloppy buns, dude.
I don't know. if it's the
Watery
water.
buns, bro, with like a side of ketchup. Ugh.
Just watching someone smash those, knowing that at my best I could eat like 4, and this guy just ate like 70, is like, wow.
Mhm.
How many hot dogs do you think you could eat? I guess they're dry. They have nothing, right? Like a dry hot dog, maybe 5.
No way, I can't do that.
What do you think?
I think
I
maybe
could probably
4.
put. I think I could probably do like 6 or 8. Like depend. Like, are we? What's the time frame we're doing here?
How much time does he have? Like 2 minutes?
Yeah, like 30 minutes. What? Holy cow!
No, yeah, it's got to be pretty. It's got to be a long
It's
time.
like
You're
5
right.
minutes,
he
7
needs, like-
minutes.
yeah,
There's
like-
the King of the Hill episode on this. I know it.
I just
there
think
is.
I'm eventually gonna max out, right? It's not a time thing. Like if it's unlimited, like an hour. Let's say you have an hour. How many hot dogs do you think you need? I think I'm at like 8, and even that's a fuckload, you know?
Mhm.
No, dude, I can't do 8.
I could put away like 8 to 10, easy.
How much do you think you can eat? How many hot dogs do you think you can eat? Say it in the
25 to
chat.
30 Vienna
Mark can do
sausages.
10. Do you think you could do more? I'm actually curious. This is not this is not me fishing for, engagement. I think realistically,
6
I
to
could eat like
8.
6. Yeah, I think he's right. Like 10
Yeah.
is a lot.
I think maybe I could do between 4 and 6, but then I'm like, if there's an hour, that's me eating one hot dog every 10 minutes. That's kind of a
I
lot
think you
for
have to go
me.
fast. If you go slow,
Yeah.
you're fucked. You have to
I'm
Because
gonna
just
say like
jam it in there.
between 4 to 6. So I'll drop two for
Mhm.
myself or
Maybe we
wherever
should
you
do
guys
it.
are at. Oh my God, dude. Wiener Schnitzel dogs and just yam.
I love
All right,
wings.
well, let's ask this question then. If you had to enter a eating competition, what would you eat? I already know mine. I have one of these things are my bucket list.
Hmm.
I can go first if you guys want. If you want to think
Yeah,
about
go
it, but
ahead.
like I want to be. The window is closing. I want to do a 72-ounce steak, like in Texas Challenge.
Hmm.
I want to be able
That's
to
a
do that.
lot.
Also, King of the Hill episode where Bobby eats the
Mm-hmm,
72-ounce
mm-hmm.
steak. I feel like the older I get, that door of success, that success rate is closing, and I don't know if I can do it now because I'm closer to 40 than I am to 30. I don't know if I can do it, but I want to try it out.
You gotta try it.
Mm-hmm.
I think, are you saying like what would you max out and eat? Or like if you
Well,
had an hour and you could just yam it? Like what are the
What do you think you would be the
conditions?
best at for a eating challenge? Is that
The
it?
best
Mhm.
at?
Like, what
The
is your
best
preferred
at?
one? I
Well,
think.
see, like a 72-ounce steak is an eating challenge, but it's a solo one, unless you're racing against somebody. If we're talking about, hey, me, you, Victor, Evelyn are lining up in a contest and doing it, I would probably say I would love to eat a burger because easy I can throw out.
I think I
I
could eat like
think
unlimited spam masubi. I would do a spam masubi contest. I don't know if that exists, but I feel like
Mhm.
I can eat an infinite amount of those. I
if
just
I
stop eating them because I feel bad because no one else is gonna have any, or I don't have the money. That's why I stopped eating those. But
Mhm.
if money was no object, I could just eat those all day. I think,
a
really,
spam
I
musubi.
fucking love spam masubi
Mhm.
with like teriyaki sauce, dude. I could eat. I don't know. Yeah, like I could eat a crazy amount of those.
I think I can slider, sure, like little mini burgers, that would be cool. But what came to my head was Din Tai Fung fried rice with Din Tai Fung spicy noodles.
Fried
Ooh.
I
rice.
think if you just gave me the fried rice and the spicy noodles, I could just eat that for like if I didn't have IBS, like if I wasn't 30 and like my stomach didn't riot, I absolutely would just yum that like
Yeah.
all day, every day. That fried rice alone, like I'll just think about it
It's really
sometimes.
good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I know. I just want to like.
That's
Yeah,
probably
like
like
I
my
could literally just shovel it like
Mhm.
my 600-pound
those
life. Like,
XLBs. There's never enough. I could eat a lot of those too.
oh yeah,
I
shovel.
would love a
Oh
like
yeah.
dumpling contest. Oh my god, it's heaven.
Dude, I'm telling you, we're gonna go get some dumplings one of these
I would
days.
love them. We should go
We're
to
gonna
one of those
throw
all
down.
you can eat ones, dude. They're fire.
I
Yeah. That way we're not broke.
the spam musubi I think is a really it- it's it's such a visual thing because it's a lot it's I wouldn't say it's a lot of rice but it's enough rice, but the fact that they kind of package it in this like
The
neat
little
square,
rectangle.
you don't really feel the rice. But when rice is just in a bowl and spread out, you're like, oh, that's a lot.
Yeah.
But in musubi form, you're like,
I feel the
fuck it, dude.
opposite.
I could
I
eat
feel
rip
like
it.
when it's in musubi form, it's like a brick, like it's an item. And then I'm thinking about now I've had one, now I've had three, now I've had five. Whereas with a bowl, I'm just having rice in a bowl.
Yeah, we're not talking about like good, good eats though. We're talking about smashing 70 hot dogs. What is this thing like? So if I'm gonna eat like 20 masubis, I could do that. I think.
20
I think I could do
musubis.
20 masubis
Jeez.
straight.
Or you know what? Strangely, Uncrustables.
Oh fuck,
Un
that's a good one
Uncrustables,
too.
dude.
Those are
If you
good.
put me, yeah, I can PB&J all day and an Uncrustable grape jelly.
That's a good answer.
Thank you. Thank you.
PB&J. Love that.
I have a question for you guys. This
Mhm.
came up recently while I was at my establishment where I'm considered a usual. I
Mm.
was standing at the bar and we heard a conversation. We got into it. Can you rewear the same pair of pants in a week? And if so, how often?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's pretty
they're
universal, right? You can wear
pants.
the
Yeah.
same pair of pants.
Do
How
people
many times can you wear it in a week? How many times can you wear the same pair of pants?
3 if you spread them out? Actually, it
No,
doesn't
That's
even matter. Who cares?
So Monday, Wednesday, Friday
You could.
is you're wearing your jeans.
I mean, that's if you're not considering weekends. Like, I think I could.
yeah,
wear
it would be like a Monday,
Wednesday.
Wednesday, Saturday.
Well, I only do that because I don't like wearing the same pants every day. But like, there have been some jobs where I just wear like black pants, and I wear the same ones a couple days in a row or whatever, and switch them out.
So you're saying 3.
Yeah, I think.
What about you, Mark?
I think if they're a pair of jeans, you can wear them 7 days a week. I don't because I want to, because I want to make
You
sure.
you would wear the same pair of pants every day in 1 week without
Yeah.
washing it?
I would.
I don't
would.
even like know when I wash my jeans. I just wash it when they feel dirty. Like I'm not
Yeah.
counting how many I wear them.
Do you rewear them and like where do you put them? Do you put them back in your drawer? Do you shove them in your closet? Like what's happening? Are they on the floor in that corner or on that chair that everybody has in their
Well,
room?
Thanks to the Guatemalan, I have to put it back in the drawer, which means I have to then take them out of the drawer and wear them. But like, if I didn't like spill any shit on them, it's going
fine.
back in the drawer.
Yeah. I
I'm
just
putting it back
fold
in.
mine and I stack them neatly in my closet on like the top of my thing, and I just pull the one I want to wear, and then when I take them off, I'm like, okay, these are fine, put them back. There's not, I'm not even counting.
Evelyn, you're looking like
Yeah,
shocked.
what's the
I'm
problem?
literally
What's
just
your answer?
like, this is such. I'm not surprised, but at the same time, I'm still shocked. You gotta wash them, you guys. I feel like when the chat is leaning more towards where I was thinking, which is 2 to 3
Why?
times, and then you gotta wash it.
What are you doing to your pants? I'm just sitting
You're
in an office.
wearing pants. Your
just sitting
skin
there.
cells shed inside of your pants. And you
Okay.
walk around all day and you sit in different places outside where birds shit and things happen.
Do you sit on bird shit? Wait, I think this is a guy and a girl thing because I always look down before I sit. That's
I mean,
just
yeah,
part of
but I'd sit on a bench. Like, it's.
I don't know. Girls
Oh.
don't. Girls don't look because that's how they fall on the toilet.
you. Yeah, they just sit down anywhere.
You just trust. You just trust blindly. Like
Alright,
you
here it
trust
goes.
it.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I just feel like, yeah, I don't think pants get like dirty the same.
Okay,
I
but,
just,
but see,
How
also-
often are you washing your jeans? Like,
So,
how many
don't
wears
know.
to a wash?
I have no
this
idea.
is why I said jeans.
Could be,
Like if it's
7.
jeans, cowboys didn't wash their jeans every day. They worked and they ranched and they pillaged Indian land, Native American land, all with wearing the jeans just fine, right? If it's slacks or khakis, I'll probably wash them once a week. Like
Yeah.
you get 1 or 2 wears and then they go in the laundry.
I
Depends.
The
basically-
alarming part to me too is that you guys fold, at least Vic folds it somewhere separate from the rest of the clothes.
They're open to
But-
fresh air. Yes.
You're telling me, yeah, because at least it like airs out. Like there's some, I understand,
Mhm.
but you're now tainting the rest of your clean pants with the exterior that was all exposed all day and like you sat everywhere on like,
What do you
you know,
think
the
is-
indoor outdoor clothes idea, and you put them back in with your non-worn clean clothes.
That's the Guatemalans' fault because I would not have, I would just throw them on the floor and I'd wear them later. But now things have to
Wow.
be sorted. I put them in the drawer and I'm like, all right, out of sight, out of mind.
This is so
Also-
funny to me because I literally do not care about putting clothes that I wore next to clothes I didn't wear. Like they're not like shedding, they're not like radioactive. Like I wore them, and like if they're covered in dust or like soot or
Mhm.
something,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm gonna take them out. But it's like
Okay.
I just put my pants back, and when I run out of clean shirts, I wash them all together, and then the pants go back. That's
Okay,
pretty much it.
putting on a fresh, clean shirt, like that you just washed and dried, feels great, right?
Yeah.
I think we can
Yes.
all agree with that.
Mhm.
Putting on jeans that have just been washed and dried,
It
you gotta
sucks.
like you pull them up. You gotta go ahead and like
Gotta stretch them
do-
out.
and stretch them out. Then all of a sudden you stand up and you do the little shimmy to get into the jeans because they're all
Yep.
tight and they're all taut. And all of a sudden you have to start gyrating your hips to like really get in there and like do mini squats. You're like, all right,
Wow,
now
Mark's
this is
putting on
broken.
a show
10%
when
new
he puts on
pants.
his jeans,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, as I play, I touch myself with the divinals. I start gyrating my hips to loosen up the jeans because they're too tight when you wash them. So I don't like having to do that after every so that's why I space out the washing of jeans.
I don't know, man. I need to
Yeah.
know from you guys. How often are you washing a pair of jeans? How many wears to one wash? 7. They're saying 7. He said 7. 7. What's your final answer, Vic?
It could be more. I literally don't care. Like,
It's
I don't give a
infinite.
fuck. It's anything. It's until until I believe they are dirty, which is a random number. It just changes. Depends what I did. If I went for a hike or something, or I was like outside doing nasty stuff, sure. But if I just like went and sat down and like watched, like went to my office and sat in my computer chair and went home, I'll just put them back. I didn't do anything. That's what I think, at least. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to reflect
If I
on
went like
this.
horseback riding, yeah, I'll wash them. It just depends.
I'm literally like,
Okay, what was the consensus over at your establishment you were going to?
yeah,
what was
it was pretty standard. We all were like in agreement. Like, yeah, you could wear it a couple times. You're maxing out like 2, 3. Like we landed in the same place relatively. But then all of a sudden I got curious and I was like, I bet I knew this was happening. I knew this was coming from you guys. I could see it from a million miles away.
I
You spoke to
stand by
some
it.
real ass men right there. That's what happened.
Yeah,
Okay, let me ask you this. You go to a house party, you wash your hands, and they have the towels, the decorative towels hanging there. What do? Do you use those towels?
I use whatever's hanging on the wall.
I only use them if they look dry. Like if I'm like the one that's like the first one to dry. But if this is like a house party and everybody's been washing their hands and you look over and that thing's just like not folded anymore, I leave. I just go.
But see, I like when I see those decorative towels, I think like I'm not even supposed to touch these. These are just decor. So I don't even dry my hands. I just start like shaking them
That's silly.
like Taylor Swift, and they just walk out because I don't like. It's you got to give me like either like paper towels. I think that should be a standard, right? If you're having a house party, paper towels should be in the bathroom.
Just use the wash. Let's use the towel on the. If it's the towels there on the wall for a house party, they intend for people to use it, or it wouldn't be there, or they're fucking up and they're
Yeah.
gonna learn next time.
And like we would have towels and then we would swap them like during. Like if it got like too gross or whatever, or we'd have multiple.
Can I address something in the chat for a second? Because I think it's funny.
Yeah.
Graffy says, "Did you wash your jeans after Anime Expo?" LOL. No, and I wore them to work today. I don't give a fuck, dude.
I wore jeans too, but I don't remember which one is it.
I did laundry the other day. I dropped off my laundry, so I think I did wash them. I think I did wash these jeans, not intentionally. I didn't wash them because I went to Anime Expo.
I think the
I
stream
put mine-
dropped for a second, but we're back. Just keep going. Keep going.
I put mine in the dirty laundry after Anime
You washed.
Expo.
Both of you guys washed them after. Mark, what'd you say?
I did, but not intentionally. I just had a laundry and I just threw everything in there.
Evelyn, do you think I'm like an animal for wearing them today to work?
I'm just like,
I will
there's a
say-
lot of stuff going on. We sat on the floor.
I will say
next
I didn't
to
put
a
them back with the other
bathroom.
clothes. I put them on the floor, and then I was getting dressed this morning, or like they were like on my dresser separate, and then I said, "Oh yeah, those are there. Okay, I'll just wear them."
You know what, Victor? I think you're an animal. It's that dog, and you got that dog in you, bro.
I got that dog in me, dude. I'm not even. worried
Chat
about shit
saying
like
you're a
that.
gangsta.
I'm primal,
So
dude.
I'll chalk it up to it's gonna give you some kind of reputation. So I'll let it fly. But yeah, I don't love that for us.
Wow,
I
that's
don't love
funny.
that for us. Let's wash our jeans a little bit more often.
Can we?
For who? It's like making
I-
the bed. Who fucking cares?
Oh, I don't do that. That's different. But that's like
Pointless.
saying don't change your sheets. How often do you change your sheets?
I don't know. Every couple weeks. That's more frequent.
More
Mark?
frequent in the summer. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So maybe
I'll
once every
give you
3
that
months.
I'm not the
Girlfriend cares
best
more
about
about
it,
Mhm.
but it should be once a week. Like I know that. I know I
Once a
should.
What are you
week?
doing in your sheets? Like I don't. What's wrong with your? Is your skin? Are you losing skin
I
more
night
than that?
sweat. I
don't.
night
Oh,
sweat.
I don't.
I need to. I have to.
Is that
I
why
don't
you're up?
always, but
Is that why you're up at 4 a.m. texting us?
Is that why you
I
have to wash your
explained to you
pants
guys
so
why I'm
much?
at 4 a.m. texting you guys.
Yeah.
I just happen to wake up and then I wait. And then I go back to sleep for a little nap before I have to wake up again.
This is like wearing your shoes inside the house. I wish I could wear my shoes in the house. But my
Yeah,
girlfriend gets mad
dude. It's
about it.
like, I'm
I
telling you, it's
love
like
wearing
indoor
shoes in the
clothes,
house.
outdoor clothes.
Just
Nah,
just
that's where
sweep.
like I'm like
God.
Just clean the
if-
floor. What's the big deal?
No, it's not the same. It's the bacteria and the
Oh
germs.
my god.
it's the Asian. That Asian to me is like, all right, like shoes off into place. Like I'm kind of okay with having them off. Can I tell you? Speaking of waking up at 4 a.m., I woke up at maybe 2:30 a.m., like 1:30 a.m. the other day, and I just started choking on my spit, or so. I think it's spit, but
So
maybe a
spider?
spider or a cockroach crawled into my throat
It's
because
possible.
I was sleeping, and normally like if I wake up in the middle of the night, I'm super drowsy and I'm like I don't even know what's going on. This one I was I was just like that guy in Anime Expo, coughing on the bed like, ugh, ugh. And I was just like, and I was just trying to get something out of my throat, and I'm like I don't know, and then the Guatemalan like poor
Did you do the
her,
Heimlich?
she's like a light sleeper, dude, so she'll freak out over everything. And she woke up looking at me, and I'm like, oh, like like the Exorcist. I was just like, I don't know what was going on, and I was like on my back, and I was like, ugh, and then I had to roll over, and I was completely confused because like I have no context of what happened. I was like, maybe it was a spit, maybe it was a spider, I don't know. But like the first thing I did was I just got up to get water, and like I was just like, it was like a violent cough, and then she was like, I drank water, went back to the bed. She's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And I just went back to bed.
She's up for like another hour from all the stress of it. Poor thing.
Yeah.
Did I tell you guys that I'll randomly do that? Like that's one of the things that just happens to me. I'll just
Yeah.
randomly choke on my saliva. And then what ends up happening every single time is like I'll just have one tear come down and while I'm like choking, but I'm trying not to cough and like be aggressively loud. But this happens, I'm not even kidding, easily once every 2 weeks.
Wow. I
A
don't have
tear.
that. You guys need
Single
humidifiers.
tear.
That's your problem. I got a humidifier. My life's better. Ever since.
Dude,
It's too.
I think
Yeah.
you're right.
It's like
I
3
think you're
weeks
right.
ago. It's like
It's one.
June's
I've
been
never had that
awesome.
before in my life, so it was one day of that. So I'll chalk it up to just a spider.
Yeah.
Ew,
Alright,
that's like the worst option that you could go for, in my opinion.
I saw a video of this guy who had a roach that crawled in his ear and was like living in it, and they had to flush it out with like water. It was
Yeah.
gnarly as fuck. Maybe that's like you, dude.
I have also seen those kinds of videos,
hate it.
including spiders and roaches.
Mm.
I hate that for us.
If I had a spider mirror, I would just
no.
kill myself. That's it. So a roach. Maybe not.
But
a
why is
spider,
it
a
like?
roach.
Okay,
I don't even want to fathom that.
Speaking of like waking up like randomly, how come we never go back to the dreams that we want to go back to? Aren't you tired of that? Like you're having a good
Yeah.
dream. I've actually had nightmares, and I'm like, this is like it's not like necessarily like a Freddy Krueger nightmare, but it's not going well. Then I wake up and I'm like, wait a minute, is this a dream? I don't know. And I'll wake up a little bit. I go back to bed and it's like hitting
Pick up
resume.
right where you
It's
left off.
hitting
That's
play.
funny.
It's like hitting play. Like Netflix is asking, "Are you still there?" But like if I'm on top of Hillary Duff and I'm about to get something going on, and then like all of a sudden I wake up, I'm not back there
That's it.
with Hillary Duff.
The
It
moment's
never
lost.
is that way. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's because they're dreams. They can't go that
They're
far,
just
dude.
like a special mix of crazy whatever your brain is doing at that moment. It's too hard to tap into. You know what's funny is like I can wake myself up out of dreams. So I
Ooh,
oftentimes
do you lucid
yeah.
dream at all?
Nah, not really. But like I know for a fact if I'm like having a bad dream, I can be like, all right, I'm out of here. And I just end the dream and I wake up. I can do that.
I
I'm
get
trying
really
to, like-
nervous when I get self-aware in my dreams.
Yeah.
Like I'll do that sometimes, like, oh, this is a dream, but then I feel like I get nervous in my brain. It's weird. I don't like it. It's not natural.
I do want to try to learn to lucid dream though, because then I can do some crazy shit like Hillary Duff, dude. So I gotta,
Did I used to lucid dream when I was a kid, and it was like I would pretend it was like a television. Like every time before I went to sleep, I would flip through the channels, and it would be like a still of a different dream. And I think I might have told you guys this before, and I would pick it, and it would take it.
That's
However, when I was gonna have a nightmare, it didn't matter. Like it all had like a gray tinge on it. So even if I picked a different one, it would always morph into a nightmare. So if I was having a nightmare, I knew it was happening. But I stopped doing that after like the second grade, maybe, which is so
You gotta
crazy.
tap into that, dude.
Dude,
one
it's
of my
possible.
one of my earliest dreams, I dreamed I was in like this like I was in this massive thing and there was millions of people in front of me like just and it looked like it was a kind of a race, like we are trying to get somewhere. This is one of my earliest dreams. I'm thinking I had a cognizant thought of being like in my dad's balls as a sperm cell, racing to be conceived. I think that might be that, dude, because it's one of my
Holy
earliest dreams,
shit.
and I'm like, there's no context of it. I can still remember, like, that's still burned in my brain, like where
feel
I
like
was
you wanna
standing in terms of like
race.
the dream.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a memory of some sort.
I don't
I
know,
mean,
but
that's possible in some
I
fucked
think
world.
that. I think I was a sperm cell, and I thought of that, and I saw it all happening. It was a race, like we got to get going because this race is about to start, and I think I won.
Wow. We're all
I
winners.
think you won as well.
I mean, like, you can argue where
That was
we are
crazy.
in society, but like, yeah, and where I'm in life, doing a podcast. But yeah, I won. You're right.
You did it.
I
Here
used
I
to have
am.
a running recurring nightmare. That used to happen too, but that would only happen when I had a fever over 100. Like every single time I would have this dream. I'm like the casual, like running the race, but you're not going anywhere type of
Mhm.
style. But it was like dark. Like this area was just dark. It wasn't a tunnel, it was just all darkness. The ground was dark. And then eventually, somehow, like I would race forward through. And
Mhm.
then there was just this ball of like yarn and electricity, like pulsating in the middle. It was like it was originally my trophy, and I'd reach for it and it would turn into that. So it was like it was a gross nightmare, but it happened every time I was sick, every single time. I'm telling you, there's something witchy in this brain.
Yeah. Did you ever fall asleep in class like me? I would always fall asleep in class.
No.
And,
3
and
times, not a lot.
every 5 dreams, I'd have the one where I'm like walking and I fall,
Were you like, "Ugh."
and I'm like, and I'd wake up in class, and then I'd wonder if anyone saw me.
The teachers
So I
didn't
was
even
like-
care. They just thought it was funny watching him
There's
freak
like
out
this
every time.
idiot.
Yeah.
Oh, he looks like he's developing Tourette's. Well, is that the
Is that a
place?
good?
is
Is
that
that
a
a
good
good place to
place?
end?
Is that a good
Crew?
place to end before we get to pillow talk?
I think it is.
Thanks for talking about Anime Expo, crew. It was a fun
Yeah.
time.
It was a good time. Who wants to take us out? All right.
No, Mark, you do it. You're right. You do it.
Yeah, Mark, take it.
All right. Well, I hope you had fun on another episode of To Live and Talk in LA. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, and I think even Twitter. Email us at toliveandtalkinla@gmail.com. Evelyn's coming with the fire post, so definitely follow it. And see us every Wednesday night, 7:30. And you know the drill. We're live Thursdays. To Live and Talk in LA. We'll see you next week. Peace. Victor, I saw in the show Bible you had like parking in here.
Parking? Oh, I removed it, but I did have
You
that.
did?
You want me to talk about it?
Oh, I
can
thought
go
that
off.
was a good one. Well, fuck you. Who put tots are for children and then tagged me?
That was also
Oh
me.
yeah.
Yeah, I know that was you. First of all, tater tots are delicious.
Tater tots are for kids.
What are you talking about?
Tater tots are for children, dude. It's the worst. When I go to places and they say, "Do you want fries or tots?" I'm like,
You literally said, "Did you
Fries.
say tots?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah, tots." And then I look at my phone and there's a tag that says tots are for children on Bible, and then it says Evelyn, and I was like, who the I think it said it was Victor. I think it said it was from you. And I was like,
That's
this bitch.
I asked Mark to show me how to tag you because it wasn't working, and I wanted you to see this tag to know that I was talking to you. Look, dude,
I don't know what's
I don't know
worse,
how to
that
fix
or
it.
the pants.
I stand by what I stand by, dude. I be standing on this business. Tots are for kids. I don't really have a good argument for it. I just think it is. They're like tricks.
Dude, tater tots are like they're hash brown sliders.
I
And-
love that analogy.
Yeah, I love
Dude,
hash brown
how
nuggets.
can you like those little shits that we ate and not like a tater tot? It's like the mozzarella stick
shits did you
version of
eat?
that. What were those things
Cheese
called?
It was,
curds?
it was cheese curds.
Cheese curds.
Cheese
Cheese
curds are
curds is
way
the
better than
equivalent of
hash
a
browns.
mozzarella stick.
cheese curds are the sliders of mozzarella sticks. He is right.
Tater tots are like, oh, you like fries? We fried it, your fry. And now it's this little crumpled up, greasy, fried mess, dude.
It's the same amount of
Tots are
fried.
too
It's just a
rich.
different shape.
It's nasty. You know, you get more like surface area and it gets like greasy little pockets. I don't like it. Anyways, though, everybody's different. Tots are okay from time to time, says K Fred. That's a more measured response.
Mhm.
I just had to
I'm
make
try-
sure when you ordered them that I was like, wait, just to confirm, is that what you said? You want tots? And you said yes. And I went, okay, check.
In the chat, tater tots and corn dogs are kid food. You know what? I also fucking love corn dogs.
I love
You're
corn dogs,
totally
but they are
right.
for kids. It's true.
See,
I throw down on a corn
I
dog.
love corn dogs.
What's
I
your
did-
dip of choice
Mustard.
on a corn dog? Mustard?
I do. I ketchup
mustard
too.
if I have to eat a corn dog, but like
Mustard?
I think we talked about how I hit the wall of Kraft single slices of cheese because I just ate too many of them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Corn dogs is actually up there too, where I had too many of them because my mom.
Yeah.
I was a latchkey kid, so
Mhm.
I like my mom would just buy frozen food and like load up the freezer. So when I was hungry, I would eat.
Yeah.
One of them was corn dogs because they're easy to heat up, but I ate so many of them that I just don't want them anymore.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
I don't want a corn
What
dog.
about
anymore.
chicken bakes? Did you buy those? Because I also got tired of chicken bakes. Same thing.
Yeah.
Costco chimichangas.
Yeah.
The chicken bake kind of gives me an ick. I don't know what it
Me too,
is.
'cause I
I
ate
when
1,000
I
of 'em.
see the inside, I'm just like, I don't know if I should be eating that.
It's like a detailed anime.
Yeah, dude. It's literally like when you're like ramen.
Two on the
It's
pod.
like it's too like it's saucy in the middle,
yeah.
and there's like a lot of like air in it too. So like it doesn't it needs to be less saucy, and I think it'll probably be less of a nick. I know what you mean though.
Yeah.
I get.
Hot Pocket, yes. Chicken bake, no. Uncrustable, yes.
Chicken, but I will say this: a chicken bake from the Costco food court is infinitely
Different.
better
Yeah.
than the chicken bake that you get at home.
Yes, I believe that. Yeah. But pizza and hot dog over chicken bake.
I don't like the fact that Costco got rid of the combo slice pizza.
My mom was really heartbroken by that. Yeah.
Good. I mean, like, that's how I feel too. Like that means
It's like
people
that
out there
chili
feel the
burger
same
at
way.
Islands.
It's
I
back.
think the pepperoni is just better though.
Yeah.
So I was
And
like,
they
bummed
probably
about
didn't
it,
sell
but-
enough.
Yeah.
I mean, like it was nice to have the mushrooms. I love mushrooms on pizza, so like that's where I'm like I will go with that. And then, but then they still have the $1.50 hot dog and soda. That's nice. You know what I like about the Costco thing though is that like getting the relish in the onions. I like that you have to turn the wheel.
They don't even do that anymore, right?
Oh, they
Or
don't?
that's a
Like-
Dodger game.
I don't know. I honestly usually go for the pizza, but I
Yeah.
did hear that in Korean Costco, they have a bulgogi bake. I don't know if that's real or not.
Oh fuck!
But
Damn, that's
that
probably really
I
good.
would throw down on. But yeah, I'll get a pizza. Call it a day. Why are you highlighting that in red? I'm deleting it.
Just for us. Can I go off about something else that was in the chat and you reminded me? And I think you're right.
Yeah.
Dude, fuck people who reverse into parking spaces and take extra time to do that so they can pull out straight when they leave. Fuck all that, man. I'm tired of it. These people do that. Everybody who does that is the people who are petty when they're parking. When I park, I just pull in. But you can see these petty ass people reversing backwards into the space so they can just leave forwards. And they take specific parking spaces and they park shitty on purpose. And it drives me insane in my parking lot, dude. It's only the people that'll take the extra turn to do the reverse thing out. It's so corny to me, dude.
I will only do it if nobody's behind me. If somebody's behind me, I'm not making them wait and like I'm pulling in, but I'm also not doing it every time. I only do it when I'm like, fuck it, I'll reverse today. Like
How
it's
much
pretty
time
rare.
are you saving by doing that? Who gives a fuck? It's like, what are you even doing? That really bothers me, and it's irrational. What do you?
That's
what do you
funny.
think, Mark?
I actually thought of that this morning. I was leaving the gym and I was watching some guy reverse into a spot, and it's okay. It's not just the reversing; it's how you reverse too. Which is, you would think that Dominic Toretto from Fast and Furious is the one backing up in there, because what they do is they angle really fast, and then they do the whole thing of like turning back, and they just go back really fast. And they put their arm on the seat, and they're like, "I'm reversing to the spot," and you're not saving any time. You're right, but the person that deserves like federal mandate, if you do this, you deserve to get kicked in the nuts because it's always a dude that does this. It's the parking spots that aren't like, not straight ones. It's the ones that are angled because you're coming in at a one way only.
Mm-hmm.
And I see people reverse into that. I'm like, dude, how and why and who
How
the
can
fuck
you
are
even
you?
escape this now? It's hard.
Yeah, that'll piss me off. That doesn't jive with me. I don't think I agree. The grocery store people, that's the dumbest shit. When people like do that at a grocery store, I'm like, where are you putting your shit? You need the trunk, don't you not? Do you not need the trunk?
it, it's not that it's bad to reverse into the space. It's just that it's annoying and it doesn't matter. Like, you're not going to. What's the difference between giving away 8 seconds, 10, 15 seconds of your morning to save it after work? Like, what are you going to
But
do
if
with
it's
the time?
easier to reverse in
Why would
than
it
it is
be?
to reverse out, because you can't see the oncoming traffic
This is a
when you're
parking lot.
reversing out.
It's a
If you have
parking lot.
cars next
Oh,
to you,
I mean, okay.
you
I
can't
guess if you're,
see.
parking in some crazy shit, but this is just like, for me, it's just like a regular office. There's nobody there. When I pull in, I'm completely alone. And then I'm
What's the
just
difference with
driving.
reversing before or
It's just
after?
annoying to take the time to do it. Just fucking pull in. You're already going this way.
But
Like,
you
it's
gotta
the
reverse
fact that
when you
they're
come
doing
out
it.
anyway.
Yeah, because my car is stuck in there face first because I just pulled in and parked like a normal goddamn person. Like, it's
So
the making a
they
thing of
just
it.
changed it. They just did it earlier instead of later.
Yeah, but for what?
Why
What
not?
do they gain from it?
Why do they have to gain something? What if they just like to see the front of their car?
That's dumb. Nobody does that. You don't like
Car
to look at the
people
front of
do
your
that.
car.
Car people do that.
Oh my
That's why you
god. Yeah,
see
but
things
these are
like
not
Mustangs and
people.
Fords all reversed in and they're all the same fucking car.
Every
Car people will
day,
do that.
the spot that I like to take that I pull straight into, it's like a fucking Durango or some shit and like a Prius. Like, these are not car people. Anyways, I understand that I'm not everybody's gonna agree with me, but I just think it's annoying. It's just something that gets on my nerves.
No,
I think I'm
because
gonna start reversing into my parking spot.
Don't do it if you see me, dude, because I'll be fucking pissed.
I think I'm
I
gonna
don't
do it
like it.
every
it,
single day.
but the thing about people who reverse into a parking spot, it's a way of life. It's not just like for me
They're
when I have to
different.
reverse in a spot, it makes sense because of like these odd circumstances. I like gut check. If I'm parking, I go head in first, all the time. But there's times where like I'll have to park randomly going back. Like maybe I missed the turn. I'm like, oh, there is a spot there. I have to
Sure.
reverse into it. That's fine. But 9 times out of 10, the person who reverses in there, this is their way of life. They will reverse into any spot, and they
Yeah.
think that they're better than us.
They
They're-
do. Thank
That's,
you.
that's
what I'm
the
saying.
thing. And then like
But is that what you're thinking of me when I just one time reverse in? Because I'm like, oh,
no,
fuck it, I'll reverse today.
it's
How
not
do
like
you know? How can you tell?
Because I see them every day. It's their same car. That's
See,
why.
that's
The
the thing,
same
yeah.
spot. And I'm like, fuck you guys.
Okay, but it's also like it's the context too, which is if you're in a practically empty lot, there's no need to have reversed in that spot. But if you see someone reverse parking in there, they always do it. And then what will they say? Oh yeah, it saves me time getting out. And I'm like, it
What
doesn't.
time?
I don't
It,
think
like,
it saves me time, but it makes
That's what they
it
say,
easier
though.
for me.
They try to make it seem like there's some genius, super efficient dude, minimalist, whatever. I don't know, but it's like, what time are you saving? That's the thing that bugs me.
I get it.
I
People
think
say
these
that.
people do exist and they suck, but don't loop me in with those people, okay?
No,
Don't park in reverse, dude.
but
I'm gonna park in reverse.
But
Figure
Park
it
in
out.
reverse.
yeah,
Figure
but
it out.
like, that's the same thing when you go into a gas station and someone's in front of you. You pull up behind them, you go pay for the pump, or you go buy your pack of smokes, and you come back out. The person's gone in front of you. Then you're the asshole that was parking there. That happens. So Evelyn, you're not always an asshole for reversing because there is a time and a place to reverse. But when you're in an empty lot and you have the opportunity to go in there, go in head first.
Yeah,
Thank
if you're in
you.
an empty lot, like that just doesn't even make sense. Um, but I feel like, nah, it's fine.
Just walk around
You
like
gotta,
the nerds and Anime Expo. Go, oh, dogs are barking.
Why? Why does it sound like that? That's funny. I'm pulling up something on screen. I don't know if you guys saw this.
I do
I feel like
see the screen, but
because it's Pillow Talk, it's like chill that I'm showing this because it's kind of stupid, but I want to show you guys.
Oh, the yo-yo? I didn't watch it.
Did you guys watch this? This is the 2025 U.S. 1A final finalist presented by Yo-Yo Contest Central. This is his routine that won him the whole caboodle. I just thought it would be fun to watch together. I don't know if you guys have seen professional yo-yoers. Evelyn, have you?
I mean, when I was like elementary school, those people come and like they yo-yo for you on recess or whatever, and
Isn't
then
it
you
funny they would
yo-yo for
sell
like
us
2 weeks.
yo-yos? Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a fad. Everybody was yo-yoing for 2 weeks.
Wasn't there a magician there for that one? Like
The yo-yo
the
contest?
yo-yo that came to your school? Because I got called Meatball in second grade, and they called me Meatball for the whole second grade because of that one guy.
I did not have a magician. No,
He's
I
like-
went to magnet school.
He's like,
They
"What's
don't
your
let those
name?" I'm
in.
like, "My name's Mark." What? Meatball? And everyone started laughing, and they called me Meatball for the whole year.
Oh, dude,
you
you're
guys seeing this?
traumatized. No,
Yeah.
I'm actually watching this.
I'm sorry, Mark. You're telling us your trauma story, but Mark, guess what song this guy's routine is to? Guess. Are you listening?
I can't hear it because
Guess which
What is
band
it?
it is, dude.
Is
it
it Creed?
No, it's System of a Down, but it's just like, of course it is, dude.
Which one is
He's like
it?
some bald guy. I think it's called Spider. Oh shit.
Spiders.
Yeah, Spiders. And he's in the hand and the all black. It's just such a look, dude. But you know what? This is
I
the
should have known.
best.
That's the shirt.
This is the best fucking yo-yoer out there. Let's show him some respect, dude.
Dude
I
is
mean,
so
it's pretty
smart.
cool.
Because they talk about the webs and all that, so he's painting a picture with the yo-yo as like the spider's web with the hand. That hand that's on his t-shirt is the cover of that album that the song is on.
I feel like
The
it's pretty
Mesmerize?
cool, but it's also like not as crazy as I thought.
Did
Am I
Filipinos
wrong?
actually invent yo-yos?
No way.
Dude, it's harder than it looks. That's my opinion.
I'm gonna skip ahead because this is pretty long. We're skipping to his finale. He's pretty good though. Look at all the neck stuff. He does it around the neck. That's pretty fucking crazy.
Oh my god, Filipinos did invent the yo-yo.
Wow.
see, and look at him appropriating my culture.
I mean,
He
it
took
looks
it
pretty,
and he
but
mastered it.
it's congratulations to the yo-yo athletes. Do
Connor
they have a name?
Seals. Connor Seals is his name.
Where is he from?
Connor Seals.
I don't know actually. I'll have to find out. I'm curious if he's an American boy or
I'm
what.
curious about these gloves as well. Like, they look kind of like stockings. What's the deal? Do they help with the grip? Are there like restrictions, like baseball gloves, Like, or do they have to pass a touch test or something? Like, I'm curious what he thinks those are doing.
There's nothing about this guy anywhere besides Instagram, and I'm not.
Maybe
saying
it's
it right now.
literally just an outfit
So,
choice. That
He's
would be
just some
wild.
dude. But I thought that was pretty funny. I saw it and I thought, man, this is good for pod material.
What's it? So, can you do any yo-yo tricks?
I don't know if there's like regulations for yo-yos.
Look at your yard. Hours of mowing.
God damn it! All right,
I
never
could do
mind.
No.
I could do the rock the cradle. If you gave me a yo-yo, I could do the rock the cradle.
Right now,
That's a Filipino in me.
I was gonna say that's the millennial in you, but I'll give you the credit and I'll say sure it's the Filipino in you.
But like, I don't understand the difference between yo-yos because there's some that you can like throw down and then it will stay there for like about 5 seconds.
Yeah.
That's when you can do the sleeper. But there's some yo-yos that won't do that. So I don't
it
know.
needs like something at the bottom. It's like a mechanical thing, I think.
Yeah, it has
So
some
it's built
mechanism
different. Yeah,
in
there.
So
there.
if it has the mechanism, I'm sure that's what he has. I can walk the dog and I
Yeah.
can rock the cradle.
You can spin it around your neck. You can do all kinds of stuff. Just saying.
Do you guys remember the Step It? Or is it the? Is it Step It? Step It.
Step it, not ringing bells.
No.
You mean that hula hoop around the ankle?
Yeah.
I know what you
Skip
mean.
it. Skip it. Skip it.
Skip it.
Yeah.
Skip it.
Skip
I
it.
Yeah,
did not
because you
do
would
that.
skip it. Yeah. I
Could you do
did.
it?
I don't know if I had one. I definitely played it, but I don't know if it was mine. It might have been like a neighbor's or something. skip it in the chat. They know. They be knowing.
You know, we could do skip-its and yo-yos. Skip-it sounds like a gay drug.
Skip it. It's like whippets.
Yeah.
I think the one that I did more was Cat's Cradle. Did you guys ever Cat's Cradle?
Is that the
Oh,
one where
where
you do your thing with the hands and then I come in and
Yeah, and you
do that
guys
too?
like do like the. I did that one
Oh,
a
I don't know
lot.
that actually. That sounds crazy.
someone had to coach me through it like a bomb, like defusing a bomb in order to get it because like I couldn't do it myself, so someone had to stand over my shoulder, go here, go there, go under,
Yeah.
no, not there, go under, and then I was able to do it. But someone had to coach me through it. I thought that was cool. I never was able to do that.
Oh yeah, that was it too. The fortune teller, the like.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm talking
like
about? The one that's
Real fast.
folded.
That
It's
was
a little,
cool.
yeah.
blue, BLUE.
Yeah.
And then like 3, 2, 1 is like you're gay, and then
Yeah, it's like I picked that one. You
Right,
open
they're all
it. Your mom's a bitch.
Yeah, I that was the. Do you remember? Oh,
I did also play marbles still in my time. That was still hot when we were
That's
kids.
pretty
You remember MASH?
classic.
dude, we should play MASH on the
MASH.
next fucking podcast.
Oh, that's a
Dude,
good one.
I was
haven't
playing
played
that
in a
at
long
work the
time.
other day.
Really?
Were you?
Yeah,
I
dude.
haven't
Or
heard of
like
that.
they be playing Smash Mary Kill.
Smash Mary Kill is easy, but playing MASH, I think that was fun because like, actually, I don't
It's
even remember
just
how to
so
play
what now that I'm an adult, I'm like, of course it's gonna land there. You just gotta figure out where to put everything, you know? So I
MASH.
try not to think about it when I'm like constructing
Yeah.
it. But it's still fun. It's still fun to pick.
Maybe there's a MASH randomizer.
Ah,
We could
maybe.
do like a web app thing that'll do it maybe.
Yeah,
Instead
Yeah,
of-
I'm sure. I'm sure.
MASH. Now it's all kissing. Like, well, actually, like I'm joking about MASH, but I don't remember like what is it in MASH that happens.
It's the MASH is mansion, apartment, shack, or house. And then you have to put down these pillars, like 4 different options of different categories. Like if you had a partner, who would it be? So I would do like celebrity rounds or like of these 4 people that you know, like who would you
Yeah.
pick, whatever. Then you pick like your car, you pick like your partner, your car, the number of kids you're going to have. And what was the other one? Did you look it up?
It says, wait, determine number, eliminate option. Wait,
I think it might have been
ca-
like
career, spouse, number of children, location, car, salary.
location and salary. That's what it was. Yeah. So we were playing this not too long, maybe like 2 months ago, actually. So maybe a little while
Like
ago.
at work.
Yeah, at work. But it's funny.
That
It's
is funny.
funny. I was like, okay, like pick your top 4 celebrities and then like also let's throw a shitty one in there, and then you just like let it ride. It's fun. We should play.
That's the cool thing about working with girls. You'll come up with games that we didn't play.
Yeah.
I was playing
play too.
Hangman too. Yeah, have you guys played Hangman?
Yeah, that one's the guys had access to that.
Oh, okay.
That was
Sorry,
that was
sorry.
understandable.
Not as cool.
MASH was like an arcane art. Everybody's like, the
I
most
wish they worked
future-telling
MASH in
games.
I wish they worked MASH in the Squid Game. That would have been good. I just finished Squid Game season 3.
No spoilers in episode 1.
Dude, I only hit season 1.
Episode 2.
I haven't seen anything else. Although I know somebody that's in Squid Game season 2
You know somebody,
as like one of the extras. But yeah,
and they shot in Korea.
yeah,
That's
he's
cool.
Korean.
Wow, who would have thought, huh? Well,
Not
was
me.
there was an Indian guy in season 1. So
Yeah. Wait, was that season 1? No, I guess so. Yeah, I forgot
yeah, it
about
was
that already.
season 1.
Dang, it's been a while.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, I think that is a good place to end.
double
Agreed.
down on a good place to end.
I'm hungry.
I'm gonna go play MASH.
Nice.
I'm gonna go play Wizarding World of Harry Potter.
Oh hell yeah.
Ooh, all right, guys. Well, we'll kill the stream, but we'll see you guys next week.
Later, Blue.